Hey YouTube, what's up? So this is our last of the video dumps. This is Sir Walter. I am going to talk through each stage at the beginning. I'm going to try to make it short and sweet. Just a quick side note, in the description on most of these videos, I am going to put timestamps where you guys can skip me blabbing. You know, if you want to watch just the stages and not have to listen to me every single time. If you want to rewatch them, you can go down into the description and just click straight to the stage. So I really make an effort to try to put those in there on each one. I haven't put those in for the last two just because I've been rushed to get all these out. But just FYI, they are there. So Sir Walter, I squatted with Beaker because I wanted to work on stage flow. And I wasn't concerned with speed, I wasn't concerned with time, I was just concerned with points and really trying to work on my stage planning. And we talked about theory and we talked about strategy. It was really good. I learned a lot, and I think it's going to help quite a bit. So it was just kind of a really relaxed shoot, so I wasn't really pressing for time. Although I did on the first stage, stage 8, I did press and I made a bunch of mistakes on that one, so you'll see here on the first video. Overall in the match, I shot 95% of the points, which was excellent. 127 Alpha, 24 Charlie, 2 Delta, 1 Mike, 1 no shoot, which came from the first stage. Total time of 135.83. So, with all that being said, Justin Smith crushed us all. His time was 105, so I was about 30 seconds off the pace over the course of 8 stages. So let's go back and get on stage 8. Stage 8 is our first stage. It was 11 Alpha, 6 Charlie, 2 Delta, 1 Mike, 1 no shoot, time of 21.15, hit factor of 2.9787. So this really was a disaster of an execution. It was a good stage plan, but the execution was horrible. So in the first position, you see I overran it. So I'm trying to bring my center of gravity back into the lines for the first couple of shots, which was goofy as hell. Then on the swinger, I just sent it as soon as I saw brown, put one in the no shoot. That being said, the zero of the gun was off. It was about 5 inches high and 2 inches to the left, 2 to 3 inches to the left. Lynn and I practiced today and we fixed that at 25 yards. So I really hope and think that's why I was having all the issues with steel. So tomorrow's results should be quite a bit better as far as consistent makeups on long steel shots and penalty targets, you know, shooting tight no shoot shots. But anyway, so I put the no shoot on the swinger, made that up, came to the next position and then overran that target too. Put one in the barrel, so I had a mic there. The idea was just to flow through that, kind of anchor my step, take 2 shots, and then continue to move through the rest of it. And again, on this huge, giant steel popper, like 4 makeup shots, and still had to go back in the end and hit it again. You can hear my buddy in the background go, "It's a big popper." Yeah, I know. I was like, man, I said, I know my trigger control is not great, but it's not that bad. So, you know, I just knew something was up. But anyway, here, check this out. It's going to be fun. Here we go.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Stand by.
Come on.
Just finished. Nothing still clear. Clear, hammer down holster. Range is clear.
Hey, it's a big popper.
21.19. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Stand by. Just finished. Nothing still clear. Clear, hammer down holster. Range is clear.
Hey, it's a big popper.
21.19.
All right. So stage number 1, which is the next one we went to in the in the match. I was fourth. I had 15 Alpha 4 Charlie, a time of 18:37, a hit factor of 4.9537. One thing about this match is a lot of the stages don't really have multiple options to run it that makes sense. So everybody pretty much runs it in the same way. Not that that's bad. They're amazing stages. They really are. And they do have options, but it's more about execution than it is stage plan. But this one went really well. I started using some Kentucky windage, so low and right, and really had good hits and everything. But you can see I wasn't shooting fast. I just wanted to make sure I got the hits, and everything went nice and smooth and flowed well. And I wasn't dissatisfied with this one. This was a good one.
Are you ready?
Well, it's a fact.
Stand by.
I don't know about how much stronger.
If you're finished, let none show clear. If clear, hammer down holster. Range is clear.
Okay, stage number 2 was another fun one. Had a really cool flow to it. 17 Alpha 2 Charlie, 15.77, a hit factor of 5.8973. This one was really cool. I enjoyed the flow of it. It had a kind of a funky start on a hard lean. The only thing I would have changed is at the very end of the stage, you see I take 2 paper and then I pause for that right hand steal. A lot of people shot those 2 paper and then went to the final position, shot the paper, shot the steal, and then they shot the paper, and I think they did a lean and got that steal at the end. I would have probably done that if I'd have thought of it. It would have just saved me that pause and maybe cut down some of the time. That's the only thing I would have saved or changed stage-wise on it. The rest of it went real well. Like I said, the hits were good. Just taking a little bit more time adjusting that sight picture. So here we go.
Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Stand by. Finished on mode clear, slide. 1577. Range is clear, 1577.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Sometimes too, when I'm looking at a match, I love to see the stages before I fork over my cash.
Are you ready? Stand by.
And so
I wish that was so.
yeah, well, so I
So you can see stage number 3 now. I'm really starting to take a lot more time with the sight pictures on the steel because I just don't want any makeups. So at that point, I just decided that the match was just going to be what it was, and I was just going to get the hits. Stage number 3 was 23 Alpha 1 Charlie, so I was getting the hits. 1 Charlie, time of 19.68, hit factor of 6.0467. The only makeup I had was on the very last target. I put one through that port, and I saw it go right through the center of the PVC. Funny thing it was, there were still 3 hits on the target with grease rings, so I didn't need the makeup, but I did need it because I called a bad shot. It was definitely through the PVC. I saw the hole appear when I shot it. So again, that stage went well, and the stage plan was solid. I wouldn't have changed the plan. So that was stage 3. Here we go.
Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Stand by.
So stage number 4, I was 6th placed, 19 alphas, 6 Charlies, a time of 21.92, a hit factor of 5.4288. On this one, they had that swinging steel. So you saw I had 2 or 3 makeups, and I'm like, oh, nope, low right. And then I got it on the 3rd shot. Other than that, let me remember. The rest of it went real good. I remember seeing a really bouncy gun on my stepping, especially going towards the last position. So that's something that Lynn and I worked on a little bit today. And I've worked some in dry fire. Not much, because I haven't had a lot of time. But it is something I'm aware of. You'll see it going to that I think, 3rd to last target. You can really see the gun just bloop, 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 bouncing along. But I still made the shots. So, I guess cheers to that. Here we go.
Are you ready? Stand by.
You are sitting out. Oh, that's a good point.
Range is clear, 2192.
2-1. Yes, sir. There's not a doubt.
You are sitting on his gear.
So stage number 5 is always their big field course, and they're always amazing, and they do have a lot of options. I don't mean what I said earlier about them not having a lot of options on the stages. It's really like the first and second stage. Stage 1 and stage 2 are always kind of ran without a lot of options because they're really confined to what they can do because there's concrete walls, so everything has to be downrange. But on the other stuff, the other stages, there are options. It's a great match. It really, really is. I wouldn't say it's man, how do I put this? It's challenging, but not outwardly challenging. Like you look at it and you're like, oh, that's not bad. And then the hits absolutely crush you. So, and then they make entries on targets that are specifically designed to draw you into like hardcover or no shoots. So it's not hard, but it's tricky, if that makes sense. Maybe that's the best way to put it. It's a fun match. It really is a challenge. So anyway, let's go to the field course. So stage 5, I was 5th, 28 Alpha, 3 Charlie, because I'm going through the points, 98% of points. Time of 27.90, hit factor of 5.4480. You'll see on the longer poppers at the beginning, I had a couple of makeups on those. I had one makeup on paper as I was backing out of that second position. Third position went well from what I can remember. Third position. I went to the far right hand side, and I don't know why we stage planned this, but it didn't make a lot of sense. But I would have shot those poppers. Instead of skipping them over, I'd have shot them there because I already had a sight picture. But then when I came around to the last position, I shot the paper, and then when I went to the white popper, the sunlight just totally washed it out. So along with the sight issue, I couldn't see nothing. So that first popper was like 5 shots or something like that. And then the rest went fine once I figured out where the dot was. It was just really bright for some reason. I just couldn't see it. It actually happened to Lynn also, I think. So, with that being said, that was really the only issues. I would not have changed the stage plan. I think it was a solid plan. So here is stage 5.
Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Stand by. Hammer. Ranges.
Okay. Stage 6, perfect. I wouldn't have changed anything. There might have been a couple of ways to run it faster if you really wanted to get spicy on some of it. But I think the timing was perfect on these. You can only shoot them so fast. There might have been a way to manipulate it faster. If there was one, leave a comment and let me know what you think. But I think I executed it perfectly to my ability. So I was real happy with it. So stage 6.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Stand by. Make ready for your next stage. Are you ready? Stand by.
Stage number 7. So with this gun and with the holster I'm using that CR Speed, the Ultra, which I really like the holster. But it happened to me at TRC last month. I had a draw, an uprange start, so a turn and draw, and the gun tilted forward out the holster and almost fell, and I caught it. It did the same damn thing to me here. And I don't know why. I'm getting ready to look at it here in a few minutes once I get the gun out of the ultra cleaner or ultrasonic cleaner. But it doesn't do it by itself. It does it with a loaded mag. So that little bit of extra weight, maybe it's just too heavy for the holster, I don't know. But the momentum of me turning will make the gun tilt forward out the holster, which I didn't think they let go forward. I thought they only let go up. So it might be an adjustment I have to fix. We'll see. Either way, execution was good, but the time sucked because of having to regrip the gun or try not to drop the gun. So this is our last stage, guys. I appreciate it. We're shooting TRC tomorrow. I hope to see you there. It's a great match, lots of fun. I know that kind of competes with True North up in North Raleigh, but if you want something different, something a little spicy, the Shoot House is always a ton of fun. Come down to TRC and hang out with us. See you later. Okay.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Stand by.
My gun almost came out of the holster again. Did you see it?
Are you ready? Stand by.
My gun almost came out of the holster again. Did you see it?
Hammer and hold. Range is clear. 452.